this morning we are talking about something that can warm things up no matter the season: connection, friendship, and community. Today we are shining a light on Best Buddies, an organization that is changing lives by creating opportunities for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. The nonprofit helps people build friendships, find their voices, become leaders, and truly feel included.
From WMUR News 9, this is Heart of New Hampshire.
And joining us on the couch this morning to talk about Best Buddies is Sarah Dennehy, the State Director for New Hampshire, James Masterson, who is a State Ambassador, and his best buddy and board member, Jen Corvo. Thank you all so much for being a part of our show this morning. Sarah, I'm going to start with you. Just talk to me about the mission of Best Buddies.
That's my favorite thing to talk about.
I know that.
So our mission is really to make the world less isolated for people with intellectual and developmental disabilities. And our vision is to put ourselves out of business. So we'd love to live in a world where we don't have to have programs like this. So that's our mission.
This mission is very personal to you. And can you explain your journey?
When I moved to New Hampshire in 2002, my little boy Liam was just a baby, and as he got older I really started seeing how different it was for him in social situations. And I was introduced to Best Buddies, the Hyannisport Challenge, the ride from Boston to Hyannisport, and I saw all kinds of people with intellectual and developmental disabilities living their best life. And I said, do we have this in New Hampshire? Found out we didn't, and here we are.
So you must be so proud.
I am proud. It's been 13 years and it's been a long road, but it's a job that I love, and I get to see, you know, that we're making a real difference for people, and that keeps me going.
I'm sure it does. People like James. James, tell me about how long you've been part of Best Buddies.
For Best Buddies, I've been 9 years total.
9 years.
Yeah.
Almost a decade you've spent with Best Buddies. And how do you think it's changed your life?
Most of it, I would say, my mom was a single parent. So that was kind of hard for me. So my dad wasn't around to help me. That's why I'm here.
Yeah. And James, when I asked you before the show, you said your favorite part was being friends with people like Jen and Sarah. And what has that been like, just to be surrounded by that kind of support and love?
We've been together for
a few years now, huh?
Yeah.
What do you like most about your buddy Jen over here?
I don't know. She's kind of crazy, but sometimes she's my buddy.
She's your buddy.
Yeah.
You know what I see, is the thing that I've seen knowing James as long as I've known him is, if I can say the thing that I think that has developed the most in you over the past 9 years is your confidence. The way you can get up and speak in front of anybody now.
I know, you guys were telling me that you were just at your high school recently, right? And what was that like, to stand up in front of your peers? Were you proud of yourself?
I was, yeah.
Yeah, you should be.
I graduated from there in 2012.
Okay. And then you went back just this week. And what did you talk about?
Just talk about my personal life and how Best Buddies is a great opportunity for people to get out there to make friends.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what did your friends say? People at school, they must have been so glad to see you. Did you see old teachers that you had?
Yes.
Like the mayor up there.
I bet he was, yes. That must have been fun for you.
It was.
Good, good, wonderful. Jen, what have you seen over the past few years with James?
To Sarah's point, his confidence. You know, when I first met James, he was sitting, you know, in the corner of the room, scrolling on his phone and, you know, kind of doing his own thing. And now he's a state ambassador. He gives speeches all the time at schools and businesses and shares his story about how Best Buddies has changed his life and what our mission is to try to encourage other people to get involved. And yesterday he was able to speak with his citizen buddy Paul and hopefully inspire some folks at his school to step up and get involved with their Best Buddies chapter, which is really what we're here for. We're here to spread the mission, right, buddy?
Yep.
It's amazing. And Jen, why don't you talk about that? How did you get connected, and why did you know right away, like, this is right for me, I need to be a part of this?
So a friend of mine was running for our Champion of the Year campaign, which is coming up in the fall, and she asked me to help her start fundraising. So I said, sure, tell me how I can help. I own a business locally, and I said, we're here to support you. And we came up with some creative ways to help support her campaign. And the following year, I was nominated to be a champion as well. And that's where I met James. We were partnered together. And I knew from the minute we met we were going to be the best of friends. And him and his mom Tracy have just become like family to me. You know, we share meals together, we share birthdays and holidays together, and go bowling, and it's a really great time, and it's a really organic friendship. And I'm so grateful. You know, Best Buddies has become such an integral part of my life. I cannot imagine a life without Best Buddies now.
Can you explain what the relationship? What does it mean? So for people who are watching and they're like, I do want to be a part of that, but what does it mean? Are there weekly visits? What does it take to form this bond?
So the Citizens program is really special. It's an opportunity for people to get matched with someone. So there are friendships that have someone with IDD and someone without. And we try to match, Sarah can speak more to this, but we try to match folks that have similar interests so that you're out there in the world having a normal friendship like you would have with any of your other friends. And so James is I'm like his bonus buddy a little bit, because he's actually matched with Paul, and they have so much in common, but I get to, you know, be an extra buddy, which has been so special for me, because we really do have so much in common, and we love spreading the word of inclusion. So our mission within Best Buddies has really helped us, you know, grow our friendship and foster our friendship, and it's really valuable time. Just like you would spend time with your best friend, it's the same for James and I.
The exact same thing. James, what are your favorite things to do with your buddies?
I was going out for dinner.
Going out for dinner. That's my favorite thing to do with my buddies too.
Going out for dinner, bowling.
Yes.
You know, trying to get out there.
Just want to get out, right?
Yeah.
Sarah, for you to hear both of them talk about how this organization has changed their lives, can you just quickly tell me how that makes you feel?
Proud.
Yeah.
I would love to have a program in every school in New Hampshire. Our Citizens program is our adult program for the community. I would love for everyone who wants a friend to have one. And I'm just really proud to be part of this inclusion movement.
Yeah. And you do have some programs in schools right now. Can you just briefly
primarily
describe that?
we're in schools. So we're in middle schools, elementary schools, colleges, high schools, all around the state. And we're in 50 schools right now, so we have a lot of room to grow.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is very exciting. Wonderful. Well, thank you all so much for being here. James, you are a rock star up here on the couch and talking to all your peers as well across the state. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. And I'm sure after that conversation, you're going to want to learn more about Best Buddies or how to get involved, right? And all you need to do is just log on to bestbuddies.org/New Hampshire.